Hello everybody. Today is a perfume video. We're going to discuss my purchases for the last 6 months or so. So I'm probably missing a couple of fragrances because I don't exactly keep track of which month I'm purchasing them. So there's probably a couple of them that are missing from this lineup, but mostly really these are the things that I've bought lately. Because I've done a few declutters, I've had more space in my fragrance lineup to like add other things and try things out. As my curiosity with fragrances is evolving, I'm always up for trying new things. So these are the perfumes that I've purchased in the last little while. Definitely the last 6 months or less. Now that seems like a lot, but a lot has left my perfume wardrobe. So there is a rebalancing that's happening. Maybe I'm a little bit too much in the plus, but maybe it's a time for a new buy coming up. I want to briefly discuss the things that I have, and then as we go, I will obviously do more thorough reviews around the fragrances that I'm most interested in, and sort of clump them up into perfume autopsies as well. One of the best finds so far that I'm super happy with is this guy, and this is Terra di Gioia by Giorgio Armani. I am super happy with this, and this is one of the rare instances where I'm actually getting the full bottle. As you can see, I've dented it. I've definitely been into wearing this perfume at the end of summer, beginning of fall. It's one of my favorite, at the moment at least, one of my favorite beachy scents, and I'm pretty happy to have it on board. I am going to put it away for a few months until probably end of winter when I'm really craving something poppy and something fun and beachy. Or alternatively, if this is the year, in the last 2 years, when I'm able to go away south for vacation over the winter, which we'll see how things go with the pandemic. If things are sort of evening out and quieting down and it's safe to travel, we will do that. But this might be the one that I take with me. And this is a 75 ml, I think. No, it's 100 ml. So I'd have to decant to travel. So Terra di Gioia by Giorgio Armani is definitely one of the very pleasant fun buys that I am super happy I got my hands on. By the way, not all of them are that, but most of them are. A fragrance, by the way, how do you like my my fall decor here? We went hiking recently and we did a bunch of foliage collecting, and now I have foliage, kind of dried foliage in little clumps and bouquets displayed all over the place. I might make a wreath next year, or maybe even this year. I'll have to see if I have the time and the energy to go to Pinterest and figure out how to make a wreath out of dry leaves. We'll see. Stay tuned. I might even share a photo with you if I end up doing it this year. So back to, I'm scattered today. I am scattered. Back to the fragrances. We have the Atelier Cologne, Clémentine, California. It's a Cologne Absolue, so perfume, eau de parfum concentration, somewhere between eau de toilette and eau de parfum, I would say. This is a fragrance I've had before, so this is a repurchase for me. It's not that frequent that I repurchase fragrances, but I do tend to have my favorites that stay with me and get bought over and over again as I run out. So I've ran out probably end of summer or midsummer. I ran out of my last small size of Clementine, California, and I have bought a full bottle. So this is a full bottle worthy scent for me, one of my favorite citruses. It's a very tasty, easy to wear citrus fragrance. If you're a fan of citruses, you will probably like this guy. As you can see, I didn't have a ton of time to use it this year, but for either whenever mood strikes and I want a citrus, or for next year, this is going to be a must-have. I am super stoked about it. This guy, I keep getting asked about Narciso, Rodriguez Narciso de Parfum Ambrée. So the amber version, and so I was quite interested and curious to try it. I got a hold of it. I bought it in a very tiny sample. I got a hold of it from another person who had a few of those small samples. I think she works at a perfume counter, so I think she snatches some of them and then kind of sells them to people. Sounds a little illegal, but here we are because I wanted to try it and I didn't want the full bottle because I don't actually think this is going to be a full bottle worthy fragrance for me. I did acquire a small size, just to tiny little baby size, just to get my hands on it, wear it for a while and report back. I'll be able to have enough here for sure for a review, but Ambrée is not, so far has not been a must-have for me. I am still in the testing stages, so we will find out how it goes. This is something that's very new to me, something that I haven't worn for a long time, so I can't report. What I can say is longevity is really poor on it, but I knew that when I was buying it. This is Coco Woods de Parfum from Nest Fragrances. People don't tend to be a big fan of the scent. I'm actually loving the scent itself, but the longevity is very poor. So only good for you if it's pretty unisex as well. So if you're a dude, you're gonna probably really like it because it does smell like coffee, chocolate, woods. So very nice scent. I do enjoy the construction of it, but it evaporates off of you so quickly that you barely have a chance to enjoy it. I'll probably be through this one very, very quickly. It's probably not going to last very long because it requires constant reapplication. But in certain situations, you might want something that's very, very short wearing. I'm not sure if I'll keep my hands on it or I'll sell it to someone who might want to try it because I don't know yet whether I like the scent enough to forgive the longevity to the fragrance. Then we have the Burberry Body Eau de Parfum. That is a very recent repurchase. I went through incalculable amount of these fragrance bottles in different variety of sizes and a few flankers. And I do actually really, really love this enough to keep repurchasing it. This is a rosy, soapy scent and really perfect, specifically the Eau de Parfum version or the rose gold version. I think is pretty similar. So for me, this is a scent that is incredibly easy to use every day, all things to all people, just like if you want to feel like you smell clean and soapy. This is like a rich lady soap smell. I really like it. I've been buying it for a long time and it's just such an easy pick that I continue to finish them off. I finally got my hands on this YSL Find and I'm not yet sure I will be keeping it over the long term. This is Yves Saint Laurent Mon Paris Eau de Parfum. Cute little bottle. I do like the design of the bottle. This is pretty girly but not juvenile. And here we have exceptionally sweet, slightly floral, like fruity scent. So this is normally not the stuff that I would go for, but the reason why I decided to change my ways and try and pay attention to this perfume is because I've been wearing the La Vie est Belle lately, which I've always felt was sickeningly sweet. So lately I'm able to wear it, so something has changed with my skin chemistry or my sense of smell or something, where La Vie est Belle is now pleasant to me, whereas previously it was nauseatingly sweet. So I can tolerate sweet fragrances better these days, over the last maybe year or two. And so I decided to give the Mon Paris a try. This is an incredibly popular fragrance. I will review it in full and I will compare it to La Vie est Belle. But this is a very, very popular scent, and I am still figuring out whether I like it or not. I might just stick to La Vie est Belle and sell this one, but for now, I'm still in the testing stages, and I think I will be reporting back fairly shortly on this scent. As always, it's a very, very sweet scent, so my husband is a big fan of it. He likes the sweeter the better fragrances, and I am on the opposite side of that fence. So we'll see if Mon Paris can mend the divide and please us both. I am not sure about this one quite yet, so I'll report back when I'm a little bit more confident with my thoughts and feelings with it. Then we have a few Chanel scents that I've been interested in trying out. Again, I'm not quite yet sure about all of them, but let's go through the ones that I have. Coco Mademoiselle Le Privée is the only piece of the Mademoiselle line that actually sits well on me and I am able to actually wear. It's a nice floral without the patch base that that Mademoiselle is very famous for. That's the only one out of the lineup that does not have that very powerful patchouli, which I appreciate because patchouli is a difficult note to pull off for me. Not to say I can't do it, I'm just saying it's hard to do for my skin and my taste. So Coco Mademoiselle Privée is a lightweight eau de toilette version of Coco Mademoiselle with a bit less longevity, but it's not terrible, and not really a heavy patchouli to weigh you down. If you wanted to try Mademoiselle range, but you've been scared by the patch, try the Privée. It's pretty wearable, and it's a really lovely scent. It's a boudoir, a little bit of a boudoir scent, which I definitely enjoy. I like that very slight vintage fleur of it, and the idea of it being like a, you know, you are a person to wear like a sheer nightgown decorated with feathers to bed. Like that's the kind of woman you are, which is great. I am all about it. I do not own a sheer feathered nightgown, but this guy makes me feel like I do, and I should. The next Chanel that I got my hands on was Tendre. This is the Eau de Parfum version. This is also a repurchase. I've bought the Eau de Toilette version before, and I was trying to go for maybe bigger longevity. And Eau de Parfum definitely does have longer lasting powers. I've used it a little bit this year, and I'm really looking forward to pulling this one out for spring, because that's the prime season for me for wearing Eau Tendre. So not a new scent, a repurchase, really lovely. Have been wearing it already, and I'm sure I'll finish it off. Besides, the bottles of the Chance line are really cute. I do like the design of them. The Wheel of Fortune is speaking to me. Then I also got a bottle of Eau Fraiche from the Chance line. And I haven't worn the Eau Fraiche before ever. So this is a very, very new pick for me. I have Eau Vivre that I'm running low on. I will be talking about it more in my perfumes that I'm running out of, next installation of that. But Eau Fraiche, I feel like might be the one for me from the Chance line, along with the Eau Tendre. Eau Tendre is more of a beautiful spring lightweight floral, whereas the Eau Fraiche is definitely a summer citrus. And I am really liking the citrus because the longevity on it is really quite good. This is the Eau de Toilette. So considering the fact that it's Eau de Toilette and not Eau de Parfum, longevity is quite impressive. I was surprised because citruses normally don't last super long unless they're in a very high concentration or really good quality. This to me falls under the second premise. So very, very good quality scent. If you are looking for a citrus, slightly green, fresh citrus, this might be your jam. Try it out and see what you think. So Eau Fraiche so far has been a hit. I'm not 100% sold on it, thinking like I'll repurchase it or anything like that, but I might. We'll see. We'll see how it goes because I just started using it. Too early to make the repurchase judgment on it. A tiny little wee beauty over here is the Burberry Weekend from Burberry. This is a repurchase. I've been buying it since the 90s. It is literally one of my favorite happy florals. I wear it often, and I've gone through multiple bottles of it. I'm not sure how many. These days I buy it in a small format, the 30 ml format, because I don't tend to go through it very quickly because it is such an old and true OG scent in my fragrance lineup. I'm always trying something new. I don't want it to go bad. Last bottle I've used up was the largest, the 100 ml bottle. So I decided to go small for this time. And I'll probably continue repurchasing it and purchasing the small sizes. That'll probably last me at least a year, maybe more. We'll see. So tiny baby Burberry Weekend, welcome to my lineup, and I'm always going to be a fan of this one. Happy, fruity floral, just a burst of sunshine, and for me, so many happy memories are connected to it that I will probably never let it go. Well, this is a marathon, huh? Another interesting find that I did not expect myself to fall for, but I am super happy I have, and I'm seeing myself Definitely holding on to it until the end of its days, if not repurchasing in the future. Obviously, I can't say quite yet whether I'll repurchase it or not, but this is Dahlia Divin, Initiale version, or Initiale flanker from the Givenchy lineup. Dahlia Divin lineup has always been appealing to me. It's been a pretty simple, pretty safe way to wear florals, but Initiale has been speaking to me, and I finally picked up a Dahlia Divin, and this is it. This is a very gentle, very ingenue, easy scent to wear, and you can adopt it by spraying more for nighttime wear, and you can wear it as a light application during daytime. It's not the longest lasting, but it's very gentle. It's the lace of perfumery. It is delicate and a little bit porcelain in its fragility. Very beautiful, kind of a vulnerable scent, very endearing. To me, what a good find. I'm not sure again if it's going to be a repurchase. The bottle is very full, so I just started using it fairly recently, but I've been pretty impressed with the formulation. I think that the construction of the scent is on point, and I think that the effect is very very lightweight, lacy, and just very delicate and romantic, which I enjoy too. Sometimes I'm in that kind of mood. So definitely happy about this purchase, and we'll keep a hold of it until it's done, unless something goes terribly wrong. Lastly, I finally splurged on Balenciaga Florabotanica. As you can see, I've started using it a little bit already. Now, I think the bottle is a work of art, work of modern art. It's absolutely just like stunning to me. The design is ridiculous, just beautiful modern art piece. So if you want a display bottle, this, I think, depending on what kind of vanity room decor ideas you have, I mean, this is cool. To me, this is super cool. Also reminds me of Sephora because of stripes for some reason. So I was very, very happy to finally get my hands on it. I've been sort of wanting to get a full bottle of Florabotanica for a long time. I've used up multiple minis in the past. I've really enjoyed it. It's a very fresh, green, floral scent. There's a lot that is right here. I am super happy to have it. I will be reviewing it in more detail because I think this is actually quite an interesting, fresh, artistic approach to this genre of perfumery. It is pretty unisex in my mind. Leaning a little bit feminine, but really not by much. You would not be surprised to smell that on a man, I think. But the way that the fragrance is constructed is incredibly clever. It's plucking at all the right freshness strings of your brain's perception of freshness. It's a minty delight. It's floral yet herby. Which I think is a combination that is hard to get right, and Florabotanica gets it right. I think it's an incredibly underrated fragrance, although it's not well known, but I don't think that it is as commonly used just out and about as some of the other scents, for instance, some of the Chanel Chance ones. So you can be more unique with the approach with the perfumery approach with this one. You can definitely stand out a little bit, and it's quite well liked. It's hard to dislike this scent, just because it's the epitome of freshness. Who hates freshness? Who doesn't like smelling and feeling fresh? And it's fresh without being like a straight up citrus. It is not that. So it's a more of an herbal, grassy, floral, lovely, just incredibly posh in my mind. This is a very, very classy approach to fresh perfumery. Instead of going like straight up, here's a citrus, I'm throwing a citrus at you, think of freshness. This is good. I am going to continue using it. I will be doing a separate review for this. Probably I'll couple it with a Sicily Very Fresh scent. Mystery which one. There's only one that is grassy, but I will be doing a separate video for this guy, of course, because he's fabulous, and he's going to be making an appearance in the spring. I will so be wearing him later, and I'm not sure why it's a him, but to me this is a him, and we go together very, very well. So these are the fragrances that I have purchased in the last 6 months or so, after pretty significant decluttering and after finishing up a few scents for the 2021. I'll be entering 2022 with a pretty much changed fragrance lineup because a lot has gone out and come in this year. 2021 was a big fragrance year for me, so a lot in my perfume wardrobe has changed, and you will see the results of that at my 2022 perfume collection series, which I will of course be making this year as well. I've decided that every year I will show you what, in an updated way, what I still have and I'm holding on to and what I do not have anymore. What fragrances did you purchase this year? Were there any particular ones that have grabbed your attention and you're very happy to have? Were there any duds? And if there were duds, what were they? We're all obviously curious to know. Not just the positives, but the negatives as well. Girl, tea. Tell us all down below. Stay safe, good luck, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.